I have been studying the Psalms now for more than 60 years, and yet I'm still fascinated by the fact that although these precious jewels, 150 of them, are more than 2,500 years old, they remain forever relevant. No matter what the occasion, happy, sad, personal, public, you'll always find a psalm to fit in. And this is due to the fact that the Psalms reflect human emotions. They encapsulate human emotions. And whilst human circumstances may change, the world in which King David lived is very different from ours. Human emotions do not. That is why, whatever the occasion, you'll always find a psalm to match the mood. And I want to illustrate this by studying just one psalm with you. Short, but I hope you find it relevant. It's one of the 15 Shir Ma'alot psalms. The word Shir Ma'alot is up to some discussion. It could simply mean the songs on the steps, referring to the 15 steps in the temple where the Levites stood to make their performance. I prefer the other translation, the psalm or songs of going up. The psalms sung by the pilgrims as they made their way up to Jerusalem on the three occasions in the Jewish year, Pesach, Shavuot, Sukkot. And of course, as such, the Psalms reflect the moods of the pilgrims. So, some Psalms are happy, ecstatic. Samachti b'omrim li, Beit Adonai leilech. I was overjoyed when they said to me, come, let's go to the house of the Lord. Others are sad, and one or two of them are desperate. And it's one of these desperate psalms I'd like to look at with you, because I think it has relevance for our current situation in the world today. The psalmist says, Mima'amakim kuraticha Adonai, out of the depths I cry to you, O Lord. I am in a deep, dark place. I'm in a hole, and I can't get out of it. So I cry out to you. And I say, Adonai, Lord, Shim'a b'koli, hear my voice. Tiyena oznecha kashuvot l'kol tachanunai. Let your lips be let your ears be attendant to the voice of my supplication. Because im avonot tishmor yah, if the Lord is going to keep a constant account of our iniquities, then Adonai mi yamod, Lord, who could survive? We all have our little tally of sins, and if you're going to focus on those when you're dealing with us, we don't stand a chance. For the power of forgiveness is with you, the man tivarei, so that you should be held in reverence. Kiviti Adonai, I hope, O Lord, kivta nafshi, my soul hopes, I hope with the very essence of my being. V'idvaro hochalti, I await his word of forgiveness, his word of compassion. Nafshi ladonai mishomrim laboker, shomrim laboker. My soul looks out for the Lord, just as those are looking out for the morning. He's referring to those poor souls that can't sleep, they're lying on their beds, and all their worries and all their troubles come invading their thoughts. So they lie there longing for the dawn. And he says, I long for you, Lord, more than those poor souls. But he ends on a more positive note. He addresses the Jewish people. Yachel Yisrael Adonai, O Israel, hope in the Lord. Yim Adonai Chesed, because love, steadfast love is with God. V'arbei mofadut, and he has a great capacity to redeem. And I convince you, for Yivdet Yisrael mikol avonotav, he will ultimately redeem Israel from all their iniquities. Now, I'm hoping you can see the relevance of this psalm to today. Because today, we, the whole of humanity, is in a deep, dark place. We're in a hole. We're being imprisoned by a virus, the nature of which we don't fully understand, for which there is no cure, for which there is no vaccine. And if that were not bad enough, It's threatening the whole economy, the collapse of society. So we are genuinely in a deep, dark place. And it's in circumstances such as these that we have to remember God, turn to Him and seek His help. And in this particular situation, we, the Jewish people, have a special role to play. We must pray on behalf of mankind. You might say, pray on behalf of mankind. What has mankind done for us lately? But that is the job, that is the role designated to us by God at the beginning of our history. When we stood at Sinai, He said to us, V'atem tiyu li, you shall be for me mamlechet kohanim, a kingdom of priests. Now just as the priests in the temple of old interceded on behalf of Klal Yisrael, the totality of the Jewish people, so we, in our modern circumstance, must appeal before the throne of God on behalf of all people, on behalf of the whole of humanity. And the prayer we can begin with is the psalm I've just read to you. Lord, we're crying to you out of the depths of our desperate situation. Please hear us. And I would in fact add just one more line. I think you'll recognize it. Avinu Malkeinu, our Father, our King. You are our Father, symbolizing love and compassion. But at the same time, you're our King. You have absolute authority over us. And we appeal to you, Chaneinu. Show us an act of grace. We don't deserve it. Therefore, it's got to be an act of grace. V'aneinu, and answer us. Ki ein banu ma'asim. Because we've got a poor track record. Therefore, we appeal to you. Aseh imanu tzedakah v'chesed. Deal with us according to your special virtues of righteousness and steadfast love. V'hoshienu, and save us.